and will still say, this was their finest hour.
Hi, it's Andrew from C1D Paintball. This video is the only time this has ever happened to me at LaSalle Paintball. Whereas we stood in the middle of the field, ready for the ref to tell us what game we're about to play, not only did we get a new game we hadn't played before, but it's a wide open one that literally leaves me kind of spinning and not knowing what to do. Now, it's been at least a year and a half since this happened, and I haven't played this game type again, which is a shame because I totally would have a tactic for this now. So Connor and I are playing with a mixed group of rentals, noobs, and experienced players, but mostly noobs and rentals at a birthday party. Now, up to this game, Connor and I have been helping the new players, as we always do, having a fun time in a relaxed environment. I don't have the exact numbers, but each side has about a dozen players, so it's a big team battle type situation. Wow, my mind was literally blown. The entire map is in play. Both floors and even the mountain, church, and hotel. I didn't even know this was a game type here. I don't know if the ref was experimenting, but one thing for sure, it caught me way off guard. So both teams would start with their backs to each other. Our blue side had to rush into the mountain, while red had to run to the hotel at the starting whistle. Then, after 10 seconds, a second whistle would blow, meaning both teams could then leave and go for a free-for-all anywhere. This would be interesting. So here is the part where a plan needed to start. But I've never played this game type before. The fact is, both sides are starting at the best defended spots on the entire field. But right away I realized that the hotel is probably the tougher spot to attack. This is because the windows all along the front of it give you a superior view of the field to hit attackers compared to the mountainside, which has very limited amount of windows and not very good angles to the hotel side. Now, both sides have catwalk entrances in the middle of the field to easily go back and forth, but the hotel side has a really solid overview of the center of the field. So the first problem in my head is, what is everyone else going to do? There are mostly new players here. When the new players, they often camp in defensive spots. So will both sides simply box up in the hotel and mountain? As an experienced player, I know you need to be aggressive and mobile with new players, but the entire field is open, and there are lines of sight I have never had to take into account. A good example is when you're on the two-floor game type. The hotel is never in play. Taking a spot on the ground or second floor isn't a problem. You don't have to worry about shots for hotel, but obviously in this scenario you do. I look left and right and realize the whole shock of what we're playing meant we didn't really set a rally point, so I don't know where my teammates are. They could have went north or south, and there's multiple levels. Not to mention, after the second whistle, they could have ran back out to the main part of the field. It's a fun kind of chaos. I have no idea where Connor even is. In fact, I don't see or hear from him for the entire match.
Hello?
I begin to gather myself and peer out of this window and try to locate an enemy.
You can even go on the catwalk there and retreat back here.
In my head, I start to think that if we don't have any action for a couple of minutes, then the other team is holding up in the hotel, then I'll go on the offense.
Whoa, that's a lot of people up here. What? Garage! One in garage!
Okay, with a visual on the enemy in the garage, I'm going to head north and try to get an angle on him.
You guys know what cover fire is? You guys shoot over my head, I'm going to run like an idiot over there. 3, 2, 1.
It's It's rare I use this area to fire deeply into the map, so I'm not as quick as I normally would be, as I don't really have all the angles down back here. This spot here on the second floor is a great area when you're defending the east side, so I'm very wary of it now. Some shots you can hear in the background, but it's sporadic and hard to tell exactly where they're coming from. I'm going back to the main floor to see if I can get an overview on the north alley and the enemy player I saw from the garage.
I'll check up here. Oh, you guys got this covered too? Okay. There's two garage. Vai que é da garagem.
I'm being careful, as you can see. This opening leads to a spot that can be an easy target to hit from the north alley.
Blue, we got church locked up. Watch garage, watch here!
That flashing light is because the video was shot shortly after Halloween, where things like lights and decorations were set up. You might notice this on other parts of the video. Those calls of hit are from the area north of me. Gotta be my teammates getting taken out.
Blue coming up. Blue.
I've been calling out that I'm a member of the blue team to make sure nobody team kills me.
Blue coming up.
If we push catwalk, we can start to test the waters and take on the hotel windows.
Straight ahead. Hotel.
That's a far distance. I'm going to long ball some shots to get some range. At the same time, I have to be careful what's happening on the ground floor near me. It seems to be good enemy activity on the second floor catwalks. It looks like this area, along with a couple of the hotel windows, is full of enemies.
He's trying to cheese me through the hole.
So what I meant by cheese me through the hole is that a player was putting his marker in a small hole in a wood panel, likely a wood knot that had knocked out, and he was shooting through it. It's against the rules, but honestly, he's not likely to hit me anyhow.
Top left!
So the enemy team have a lot of key spots occupied. They have a great view of our side and can cover any of my team that tries to approach on the ground. Now I don't even know if any of my teammates are up here with me, but I can't hear any support fire, so I figure I must be alone.
I can see that hole.
I'm right here. It's not the best spot to be. You probably heard a few shots spray around me as I moved here. I can be shot from either the left, right, and of course the center here. But I went to this spot because if they can shoot at me, I can return the favor. So I can shoot left, right, and center too, and maybe take a player or two out. The next few seconds are going to be pretty intense as I bob and weave around a triangular capped wall. wait a few seconds to try to get my breath before trying this again. I'm really throwing caution to the wind here. I can see 4 key spots here, on the floor in the garage, and on Hangman. And on the second level, this key room, and just behind this plank, an area I call the point. I have a lot of potential targets, but I also have a lot of potential markers pointing at me.
Hit! Coming out, hit! Coming out! Coming out, don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Fair enough, one of those potential markers turns out to be real, and with a single shot, I am out. So I love this game type, but I haven't played it once since, which is a shame because as I mentioned at the start of the video, I already have strats I'd love to try on it. Another reason to love paintball, getting blindsided in a good way. Well, thanks for watching, and if you could please subscribe, we'd appreciate it. Until next time, remember, help the new players and you'll help the entire community.